to just be yourself. Because, I mean, like, I got to know the guy who hangs around vets. I think Hollywood will get to like that person when you start letting them know that person. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. Now, I've been to sets like Westworld, and I've seen like Ed Harris. You know, I've been on sets with Chris Evans, Samuel L. Jackson, being on sets with these people, and I'm like, shit, they're just human beings that got a job.
That's right.
There's nothing that they're doing that I can't do. The only thing is they've been doing it longer.
That's right.
That's the only thing you got on me. You've been doing it longer than me. Yeah.
What is your big goal? What is your big plan in this field?
And then, man, my overall goal is to have a name of substance. Like when they say Ozzy Ramirez, it has like a big ass weight to it when that's thrown around, and to be able to move things or get behind a cause, and Ozzy Ramirez means something.
Yeah.
Man, I'm like, because I've lived a very different life than most people, that I see a lot of help that is needed. Man, like, if my name, my company, everything that I built around myself, I could start helping out, like, nerdy kids, like scientists, like, make them hot, make them popular, make them that the ladies love them before their brains.
Yeah.
I'm not because they can shoot 3-pointers. Like, this dude's crazy smart. Like, bridging that gap too. I'm like Bill Nye the Science Guy. I thought that guy was the coolest growing up. I thought that guy got mad swag. I'm like, this was smart as hell. I'm like, yo, idiot. I'm like,
and he's got a catchy theme song. Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill.
I'm like, man, I was watching him running home trying to catch him, but like that, like trying to get these kids that look down upon just because people don't understand that this is how they work. And me, I want to set up just different companies, like even from just construction, to be able to help felons. Because I've gone through that system. I've been thrown in jail after the military, and in the military, getting into ruckus and seeing all that, how you get treated by COs, and they can't get out of this fucking funk. I'm like, because they keep getting thrown back into this fucking stew of shit, and they just keep trying to get out, and nobody's there to, like, give them a boost.
Yeah.
And that's what I've seen growing up with the workers, people getting out of jail that are just trying to, a lot of them have family, they want to just work.
Yeah.
They want to learn something so they don't have to go back and do the shit they were doing, but at least get a job that they can get paid well and be able not to go back to that shit. So that's just one of my things. Schooling and teaching carpentry for free, or drywalling or cement work. I'm like, so even if you get out, boom, you got the training, you're getting paid, and now you can go and work, if not for my company, now another company, and you have bills to not go back into this fucking stew. Because, man, once the law gets their claws on you, it's a motherfucker to fucking unhinge yourself from that, and now. Yeah. And then they can't touch you anymore. But once they got you, man, they make it extremely difficult, especially if you don't have the money, like most of us don't. So just to be able to give those opportunities to guys that, hey, you had a bad run of luck, but here's some light.
All right. So, okay. There's some general questions that I ask each guest, right? And because this is a platform where you get to share your lessons learned and your stories and, like, get people interested in who you are. What would you tell vets who are struggling to find themselves today?
Man, I would just say find somebody from a battle buddy or a mentor or a teacher, and really talk to them. Really become open and not hold back things that you might look down upon if you talk to the wrong person. So find the right individual that you can open up and that gives you positive feedback and doesn't shit on your dreams, that believes in you. I'm like, if that's what you want to be, then hey, go for it.
Yeah.
I'm like, and see what you really want to do, because I'm like me, when I told my family that I was going to be an actor. I'm like, and even before that, when I was going to join the military at 17, my own side, my dad's side of the family that I don't really mess with, they all laughed at my face. They're like, you're going to cry. You're going to be back in a week. You ain't gonna make it. You ain't gonna make it. I'm like, what? You're supposed to be my grandpa. You're supposed to be my aunt. You're supposed to love me and give me the thumbs up and say I'm gonna do it, and not be throwing this shade on me or throwing these negative things at me when I'm already have doubts that I can do this.
Yeah.
I'm like, and you're adding more doubts to it. But just like the acting too, when I said I was going to be an actor, friends that have been grown up with since I was a little kid laughed in my face and not hurt. And that made me want to cry because I'm like, damn, nobody really believes. They don't believe in the dream or the thing that I want to accomplish. For them, it's out of this world. It's like we're going to Mars. I'm like, but we got shit in Mars, so it can happen. It can be accomplished. I'm like, so maybe not by you. That's why you're giving me negative feedback.
Yeah.
So I'm like, but I can do it.
Yeah.
And I think that'd be the best thing for a vet. And like, if you believe in what you're going to do and you know, man, fuck everybody. One day at a time, one foot in front of the other. But you'll have those days that, like I have them, that I go back 10, 20 feet. Because I'm just, man, I'm not good enough. I'm like, this is not panning out. I try to do this other thing, and that didn't work. And all these roadblocks that you just keep trying to overcome, and some you don't overcome, and you gotta dig under it or go to the side. But there's, man, if you believe in it, and I'm like, you have just a couple people in your squad, like my mom, like a couple friends that I have that all they always say is just positive things. I'm like, that's all you need. I'm like, and then at the end of the day, is you're the one that's got to get up and do this shit. So do you believe it? I'm like, today I do, maybe tomorrow I don't, but then the next couple of days I believe it again.
Yeah.
So, but at least you're doing it. Yeah, find somebody that doesn't shoot you down.
What would be some advice for transitioning service members, guys who are thinking about or are just getting out?
Go talk to an alcoholic counselor or somebody of that to control that alcohol.
That's right. Hey, that is number one.
I think that's a main thing. Yeah, go talk to someone about that shit first, or go somewhere that you can talk about your issues. To not throw the shot, to not be throwing those bottles back, because that shit hinders a lot of things and throws big wrenches into your overall plans that are going to take longer. Because now you got to deal with these legal issues that you threw yourself in just because you didn't know any better.
Money.
And that's most of the thing. You don't know shit. You don't know any better. So you think this is the only way to deal with the problem.
Yeah. And you lose a lot of money.
Yes. Extremely, more not even the money, if you had it, the fucking time that they take from you.
Yeah, and
the
time is money.
That they take, that you got to do shit that you like, why am I even here? This makes me want to drink more.
It's I think it's a veteran thing because, I mean, we shouldn't be laughing about it, but I know exactly what I know. Literally, I think 80% of us know all too well. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So. And I think that's why we can laugh about it.
Yeah, because I'm like, we lived through it, we did it, but yeah, the transition is I would say if you're getting out, give yourself like a year, 6 months, something to just settle back into yourself and maybe travel and don't go back to the same town or the same thing. Just go and see other things and go explore and find out again who is Ozzy Ramirez.
Yeah.
I'm like, who's Robert Graves?
Yeah.
Now he's not military no more. He's a civilian. So let's figure out who am I? What's my passion? Because now I don't have to get up at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Now I don't have to do this. I don't have to do all these other things. So what do I like to do, and who am I? I would think that would be the best to really get back to who you were before the military, because the military changes you a lot.
Yeah.
And you forget how innocent and how happy or what things you really liked that you don't like anymore or haven't dabbled in because of the military got thrown in there.
Yeah.
So just to see what you love and not what people love doing, what you like doing and makes you happy. I think that'd be my best advice. You know,
it's funny because I'm more, and this is since EBV at UCLA, right? More than ever, I'm sitting in this space of where I used to tell vets, hey, when you get out, make sure you get your benefits and you go to college and use that stuff, use it or lose it. Well, especially now that this like super GI Bill is coming out, where forever bill, right? If you're about to enlist in the military and you get the opportunity to have this forever GI Bill, I'm sitting in this spot right now, Oz, where like when you get out, I want you, exactly what you're saying, to go figure out what the fuck you love to do, because like there's no reason to jump right into school, because you know, we get into this mindset that once you're in school, okay, now you're out of school, now you got to do what you went to school for, right? The majority of individuals that get out of the service only do their and I don't mean only, because only is a lifetime, but they do 4 years and they get out, and they're 21, 22 getting out, and then they're trying to be adult all over again when, you know, their peers are out backpacking in Amsterdam, or, you know, building huts in Zimbabwe, and just like you said, man, they're trying to figure themselves out. I'm sitting in the space now where I tell vets, go figure it out, man. Go figure out who you are. Go figure out, you know, spend your 20s going diving and going rappelling, maybe, you know, I don't know, do jobs in Cincinnati.
In different fields, right? I'm like, and especially, I'm like, if you have no, like, you know, if you're not married or you have any kids, like a lot of guys getting out don't have any family ties. Like, okay, boom, but move to another country, move to a different state.
Yeah, I like
that.
And
I'm like, don't just go back into the same pool that you left from. They're gonna keep you there. I'm like Riverside. Once I moved back after the service, I'm like, I didn't stay there more than 6 months. And then I moved away from it a little bit up to Upland and got a little bit away from the people that I used to hang around with. Because I'm like, what am I trying to do? What is the goal I'm trying to do? But if I would have done it differently myself, I would have, I should have packed my shit up and fucking went to a whole other place to live for a while to just decompress from the military and get all, and just kind of just enjoy living life and trying new things instead of jumping to the next big thing again, like the military. What's the next mission? And what's the next thing? Yeah. You get fucking burned out. And now I'm feeling that now at this age of that, man, I've been just nonstop going at it, full throttle. Shit, I want to just take like a year off. I want to enjoy my life and enjoy these things, because I'm like, I didn't have that 18 to 22 like everybody else, partying and, like how you were saying, traveling and seeing things. I was out there in the suck.
Yeah.
Those good years, I was out doing shit in horrible places that I didn't want to be at.
Yeah. You kind of, you already touched on and answered really the last question I'd had, which is, if you could tell Recruit Ramirez one thing to prep for today, what would it be?
Man, for like what? Like, how do you mean that? Like now at this particular time, or right before I joined the military?
Yeah, if you could get in a DeLorean and hit up 88 and go right back into 2002, if you could just stop them right out of the bus and say, "Hey, man, I got something to tell you for the future."
I'd be like, keep all your medical records, and each time you get hurt, keep records of that shit. Each of them. And I'm like, and if drill sergeants or sergeants in your unit hot shit because you're going to sitcom, fuck them. It's your body.
That a
Let
true
them shit whatever they want.
Story. True story. Well, Oz, man, it's been a pleasure. Did you have any other bullet points you wanted to hit on before we wrap it up?
No, I guess I'm like, that'd be just my thing for the young recruit. And if anything, I was like, start a business, start something while it's that young age and you're getting those checks that first and the 15th.
Yeah.
All right, to start building your little business or something. So by the time you're out, man, you got corporate credit, you got things that you can do now instead of just sitting around and letting those years pass by that you know you're going to be in the service anyway.
Yeah.
So why not then get an entrepreneur mindset or a business owner mindset and set something up that I'm like, you already have little flow of cash that you know is going to come in that can feed into the company to learn that way. That's what I would fucking give the most knowledge to the younger guys, to set something up, because I'm like, then that's yours. That's your company. That's something you have on the side that you're just working on your downtime while you're in the service. That something can come out of it.
Well, Oz, man, I had a blast because it's always a pleasure. It's always a pleasure to have a conversation with you, and I hope